Oh, you have additions? These are supposed to be good. I haven't tried them yet. They're like, these are, when I ran out of the truffles you brought, we got these. They are like Hershey's truffles. Would you like to try one and tell me if they're good? I haven't tried one yet.
And I did find the what do you call it? The kosher symbol. I couldn't find it all over the bag, and I'm
I
looking.
thought
but
the
ingredients-
lint ones
yeah,
were.
and it said
I think they're
all-
dairy.
Most of the lint products, very few, but it was
Yeah.
there, but it was down where it blended in with everything.
And their packaging, at least the ones you had, that was the bright red with the little gold writing. So sometimes it's hard to, yeah. And we had a great number of people. Yeah, nice. We have, I'll be honest, I don't know if brag is the right word, but it might be brag about our group, right? Like, I taught Torah study at a 1,000 family congregation and did not have the kind of group we have now, right? We're a dynamic group, we're a fun group. I like that we argue with each other. The rain did not keep anybody away, right?
Here it is.
Oh, it's in here. Thanks. Ein Kelohenu. I knew it was something. Yeah. In the book.
6:30.
Who was the person who mentioned it? Do you remember?
I may have shown somebody.
We're going to start in a minute, but for those of you who were in Torah study and we mentioned the Non Con Muesto Dior song, it is Ein Kelohenu and it is in our prayer book. Henry has found it. Henry, what page is it on? 631, if you are interested. And I don't think I remember it to be able to sing it for you. It's Ladino. Ladino, which is like a combination. How do you explain Ladino? It's like Jewish Spanish.
Okay. Yeah, and sort of for example, Spanish. All right.
I'm trying to think of the tune. No, it's like non como nuestro Dior, non como nuestro Señor, non como nuestro. Like it goes like that. I think I'd have to find it and play it for you. But we used to, when I was in seminary, we used to use it sometimes. But the words are on page 631, 613 in the wrong order. I don't remember how we got to that during Torah study. L, thank you. Thank you. I was like, I knew we got there somehow. You know, Henry, you're not supposed to say that out loud. Oh, did it break? Got it.
What was it? Decommission? That's
Desanctification.
desanctification. When is it? At the end of the month, right?
It'll either be the last Saturday evening of this month or the first Saturday evening of the next month. I should know more this week and be able to put that date out there. There's just so many moving parts. So should know very, very soon if we'll be gathering for a Havdalah and special desanctification ritual either the last Saturday night of February or the first Saturday night of March. And what that means is the following Shabbat, we will actually be in the other space for prayer. And the big dedication, we're doing a soft open so I can learn all the technology. The big dedication weekend is Purim. So that's March 22nd and 23rd. Our offices and stuff are being moved over soon, I think. Yeah. There'll be growing pains and settling in pains. Pains is a weird word we use for that, right? Like I've lived in my house that we bought here for a year. There's one light switch. I still don't know what it does, right? I just think it does nothing. I'll be quite honest. Anybody else have a light switch in their home? They don't know what it does. I've been there for a year, right? My guess is because we bought a house that someone flipped, is that electrical goes to nothing anymore, is my guess. Or it goes to an outlet that we have nothing plugged into. Those are the two things I'm thinking. But I have one light switch still, a year later. which is pretty good to only have one, right? But
If you take the cover off, you can see it's probably not connected to it.
yeah, but that's like a step. I'd have to get a screwdriver and unscrew the cover.
Use a butter knife.
Use a butter knife. No, thank you. But still many steps. So far, it doesn't bother me that much. But it was my metaphor to explain that it's not going to be like poof, and then we feel as comfortable as we do here,
You
right?
didn't have no sleepless nights like when
No sleepless nights waking up and being like, could it be this? No. No sleepless nights. No. Not for that reason. Maybe for other reasons, but not for that reason. But, to only have one,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
it's pretty good. I do stand there sometimes and flip it and look outside and expect one of our outdoor lights to turn on, and it doesn't. So, who knows? It obviously is not that important, would be my, yeah. Shabbat Shalom, so great for us to be together, to gather in prayer. I invite you to open your prayer books to page 192. Did Ben come in? Did he go the other way? I just want to make sure everybody's okay. Maybe some people are still transitioning. Did you see where Ben went? No? Okay, maybe. Page 192, we sing together. Ma tovu, o halecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma tovu, o halecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Va'ani berov chastecha, avo beitecha, eshtacha ve'elhecha kodshecha, be'yiratecha. Ma tovu, o halecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Adonai ahavti, me'on beitecha, umkon mishkan kivodecha, va'ani eshtacha ve'echra, Evrecha lifnei Adonai, osi. Ma tovu, o halecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ve'ani tefilati lecha, Adonai et ratzon. Elohim berov chastecha, Elohim berov chastecha. Aneni be'emet yishecha. Ma tovu, o halecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Let us read together at the top of page 195. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe. With divine wisdom you have made our bodies, combining veins, arteries, and vital organs into a finely balanced network. Wondrous maker and sustainer of life, were one of them to fail, how well we are aware, we would lack the strength to stand before you. Blessed are you, Adonai, source of our health and strength. Baruch atah Adonai, rofei kol basar, umafli la'asot. Page 196. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi, tehorahi. Let us continue in the English. My God, the soul you have given me is pure. You created it, you shaped it, you breathed it into me, and you protect it within me. For as long as my soul is within me, I offer thanks to you, Adonai, my God and God of my ancestors, source of all creation, sovereign of all souls. Praised are you, Adonai, in whose hand is every living soul and the breath of humankind. Baruch atah Adonai, asher b'yado nefesh kol chai ve'ruach kol basar ish. We continue chanting together our blessings for daily miracles, beginning on page 198. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan l'sach vivina le'avchin ben yom uvein laila. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, pokeach ivrim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, matir asurim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, zokef kefufim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, roka haaretz al hamayim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamechin mitzadei gaver. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, malbish arumim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hanoten le'ayef koach. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hama'avir sheina me'enai, ushuma me'afapai. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani b'tselem Elohim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani bat chorin. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, ozer Yisrael bigvura. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, oter Yisrael b'tifara. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. Let us read together page 206. These are things that are limitless, of which a person enjoys the fruit of the world, while the principle remains in the world to come. They are honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study morning and evening, dealing graciously with guests, visiting the sick, providing for the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for burial, being devoted in prayer, and making peace among people. But the study of Torah encompasses them all. Page 212. Baruch she'amar v'haya ha'olam, Baruch hu. Baruch gozer unkayem, Baruch merachem al haaretz. Baruch chai la'ad v'kayam la'netzach. Let us continue in the English on page 213 near the top. With this do I prepare myself to thank, praise, and glorify my Creator. Blessed are you, sovereign of life, whom we praise with songs of glory. Baruch atah Adonai, melech mechulal, batish bachot. Page 214. Mizmor shir leyom hashabbat, tov lehodot ladonai, ulezamer lishimcha elyon, ulezamer lishimcha elyon, lehagid baboker chastecha, ve'emunatcha balelot, alei asor ve'alei navel, alei higayon bechinor, mizmor shir leyom hashabbat, tov lehodot ladonai, ulezamer lishimcha elyon, ulezamer lishimcha elyon. Ki simachtani Adonai befoalecha, b'maaseh yadecha aranim. Ma gadlu ma'asecha Adonai, me'od amku machshevatecha. Mizmor shir leyom hashabbat, tov lehodot ladonai, ulezamer lishimcha elyon, ulezamer lishimcha elyon. Let us remind ourselves that the righteous bloom like a date palm as we continue singing where we see the lines indented. Tzadika tamar yifrach ke'erez bavanon yiske shetulim beveit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu od yenuvun beseva deshenim verananim yehiyu lehagid ki yashar Adonai tsuri velo avlata bo ashrei yoshvei veitecha od hallelujah selah. Tehillah leDavid, armecha Elohai hamelech, va'avrecha shimcha leolam va'en. Gadol Adonai umehulo me'od, v'ligdulato ein cheker. Hadar kevod hodecha, v'divrei niflotecha asicha. Zecher rav tucha yabiu, v'sitatecha yiranenu. Tov Adonai lakol, v'rachamav kol ma'asav. Kevod malchutecha yomeru, ugvuratecha yedaberu. Malchutecha malchut kol olamim, umemshaltecha b'kol dor v'ador. Einei kol elecha yasaberu, v'aten noten lahem et ochlam be'ito. Tzadik Adonai b'kol derachav, v'chasid b'kol ma'asav. Ritzon Yereab Ya'aseh, Vet Shavatam Yishma V'Yoshiyim. Tehillat Adonai Yedaber Pi, Vivret Kol Basar Shem Kocho Le'olam Va'en. Page 218. Hallelujah, 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 El Bekodsho, hallelujah, Bekia Uzo. Hallelujah, big vurotav. Hallelujah, kerov, good low. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, b'teika shofar. Hallelujah, benevel v'chinor. Hallelujah, b'tofu macho. Hallelujah, b'minim ve'ugav. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, b'tziot tzalei shama. Hallelujah, b'tziot tzalei trua. Kohan shema tehalleluya. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Judith, would you like to lead us this morning in Nishmat? We will be on page 219. Let the soul of everything alive bless your name, Adonai our God, and the spirit of all flesh glorify and exalt your name forever, O Sovereign. Transcending space and time, you alone are God. We have no sovereign besides you. God of the first and the last, God of all creatures, Master of all generations, who is praised in a multitude of praises, who guides the world with abundant loving kindness, and all creatures with mercy. Adonai neither slumbers nor sleeps. God awakens the sleeping, arouses those who slumber, gives speech to the mute, and God loosens the bonds of captives. God supports the fallen and strengthens those who are bent over. You alone do we acknowledge. Page 222. Shochenad maro v'kadosh shemo. Uv'machalot rivot amcha Beit Yisrael. Yishtabach Shimcha Le'ad Malkeinu. Brachot vehodaot me'ata ve'ad olam. Amen. Thank you, Judith. I love that you always keep your papers just in case I'm going to call on you, so I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Page 224. Yitgadal v'kadash shemei rabba ve'alma divrach yirotei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dekol Beit Yisrael bagala bagala uvizman kariv ve'imeru Yahei Shmei Rabba Mevorach Le'olam Olam Me'omaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitroman V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shemei Dekudesha Le'ela Min Kol Berchata V'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma ve'imeru. As we turn the page, I invite you to please rise. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Barechu et Adonai Hamevorach. Baruch Adonai Hamevorach. Hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Hamevorach. Hamevorach le'olam va'ed. You may be seated. We read together page 228. Praised are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of light and darkness, who makes peace and fashions all things. In mercy you illumine the world and those who live upon it. In your goodness you daily renew creation. How numerous are your works, Adonai. In wisdom you form them all, filling the earth with your creatures. Be praised, Adonai our God, for the excellent work of your hands, and for lights you created. May they glorify you. Shine a new light upon Zion, that we all may swiftly merit its radiance. Praised are you, Adonai, creator of all heavenly lights. Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer HaMeorot. Page 230. Ahava Rabba Ahavtanu, Adonai Eloheinu, Chem Lagido Lavitera, Chamalta Aleinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Bavor Avotenu, Shebarchu Vecha, Avinu Malkeinu, Vatelamdehu Kechayim, Kain Techonenu Tlamdenu, Avinu Ha'av Harachaman, Hamrachem Rachem Aleinu, Veten Belibenu Lehavin, Lehaskio Lishmoa, Lilmodu Lilamed, Lishmor Velasot, Ukayem Ekol Divrei, Talmud Torah Techa B'Ahava, V'ha'erinenu B'Torah Techa, V'dabek Libenu B'mitzvotecha, V'yached Levavenu, Le'ahava Uyera Et Shamecha, V'lo Nevosh, V'lo Nikalem, V'lo Nikashel, Le'olam Va'ed, Ki V'shem Kodshecha, Hagadol V'hanara Batachnu, Nagila V'nismecha B'shuatecha. Let us continue in the middle of page 231. Love your neighbor as yourself, you said, and light blinded we saw that inner and outer worlds are one, as you are one. You spoke and we wrote. We reached for you down the centuries, your light moving before us. As we climbed, fell back, and climbed again, your Sinai of life. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher ba'amo Yisrael, be'ahava. As we turn the page and find the words of Shema, I invite you to rise if you wish. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. You may be seated. We continue chanting together, page 234. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'kol lavavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol meodecha v'hayu ha'devarim ha'ela asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'leftecha v'derech u'shokpecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha. Turn the page. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor, daber el bnei Yisrael ve'amarta alehem ve'asu lahem tzitzit al kanfei bigdehem ledorotam V'natnu al tzitzit ha'kenav batil techelet v'haya lachem letzitzit uritem oto uzkartem eko mitzvot Adonai va'asitem otam ve'lo taturu acharei levavchem ve'acharei einechem asher atem zonim acharechem. Liman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim lelohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lachem le'elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem, emet. Page 239, together at the top. Emet, there is no place where you are not. Even in the wilderness, there is your word. Emet, that pen strokes of lightning, white fire, black flame, stir the soul's passion, guide our sacred way. True and enduring is Torah. Your truth for us is certain and established, now and forevermore. Like Moses, Miriam, and all Israel, we sing out and rejoice. Page 240. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot o seifele, nora tehilot o seifele, shira chadesha, shibchu geulim l'shimcha, al safat hayam, yachad kulam, hodu vehimlichu, ve'ameru, Adonai yimloch, Adonai yimloch, le'olam va'ed. Tzur Yisrael, kuma be'ezra Yisrael, uftechenu mecha, Yehuda ve'Yisrael, go aleinu, Adonai Sevaot Shemo, Kedosh Yisrael, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Page 242 and following, we enter our Amidah. Adonai Sefatai Tiftach, Ufiyad Gitechilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotinu v'Imoteinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagidor B'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, U'mevi Geula Livnei B'neihem, Le'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach U'mayin, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol Tavrab Le'hoshia, Mashiach HaRuach U'morid HaGashem, Mechalhel Chaim B'chesed, Mechayeh HaKol Be'rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Nekadesh et Shimcha ba'olam, Keshem shemati shimo tobi shmei maram, Kakatuv al yad nevi'echa, V'kara ze'el zeh ve'amar, Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot, Melo chol haaretz, Kevodo. Adir, Adirenu, Adonai, Adonenu, Ma'adir Shimcha b'kol haaretz, Baruch Kevod Adonai, Mikamo. Echad hu Eloheinu, hu Avinu, hu Malkeinu, hu Moshienu, ve'hu Yashmienu, v'rachamav le'nei kol chai. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Yimloch Adonai le'olam, Elohai Yitzion, Ledor Vador, Hallelujah. Ledor Vador Nagid God Lecha, Ulnetzach Nitzachim Kedushata Naqdish, V'shivchacha Eloheinu, Mipinu lo yamush, Le'olam Va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. I invite you now to continue with your own personal prayers. Either the words you find on the pages until page 258, or the words you have in your own hearts this morning. You may be seated whenever you wish, and we will join back together praying for peace on page 258. Sim shalom, tova uvracha, chen v'chesed v'rachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, amecha. Barcheinu yotzreinu kulanu ke'echad, be'or panecha. Ki be'or panecha natata lanu, Adonai Eloheinu. Sim shalom, tova uvracha, chen v'chesed v'rachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, amecha. Torat chayim ve'ahavat chesed, utzedaka uvracha ve'rachamim ve'chayim ve'shalom. Sim shalom, tova uvracha, chen v'chesed v'rachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, amecha. V'tov be'einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael, b'kol eitu v'chol shah, bishlomecha. Sim shalom, tova uvracha, chen v'chesed v'rachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, amecha. Baruch ata Adonai, hamvarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom. Just like if you have multiple children or multiple students, you're not supposed to have a favorite. I think you're probably not supposed to have a favorite part of services, but I have a few. And can you guess what one of my favorite? In each community, I think I've had a different favorite part. And for me, because this group sings along so much, one of them is Sim Shalom. And the way that I hear that Sim Shalom, it just makes it so much better. And somehow my neshama, my soul, knows that our prayers are going somewhere. Where they're going, I don't know, but they are going somewhere. So I know when we sing Sim Shalom with that ruach, with that spirit, we are definitely sending our prayers of peace somewhere. But again, like you're not supposed to, I only have one child, so I don't know what that's like, but like, you're not supposed to have a favorite child, you're not supposed to have a favorite student, I'm not supposed to have a favorite part of prayer, probably, but I do. I have a lot of them, actually. I have a favorite part when there's a bar bat mitzvah service. My favorite part of a baby naming or a brit milah, if the parents allow it, is when you share a little bit of manischewitz with this 8-day-old or a month-old baby and the face it makes. Favorite parts. My favorite part about Havdalah is the sizzle when the candle goes out. I definitely have favorite moments. Let us, another climactic favorite moment for many, I'm sure, turn to Torah, which is our Seder Kriyat HaTorah on Shabbat, can be found beginning on page 362. And not just because the candy bucket is full of deliciousness, but because you love helping during services. I'm going to invite Hannah and Leah and AJ and Shiloh to open our ark for us. Michael, will you carry Torah for us this morning? And Michael to carry Torah. We are on page 362. And as they make their way up to the ark, I will invite you to please rise. Ein kamocha ba'Elohim Adonai, ve'ein Al Shlosha Devarim. Beautiful. You may be seated. As I'm finding the right spot in the Torah, I have to share. Last night, Eliana came up with a superhero game where the superhero had to find the 2 missing yods from the Torah. So, as the daughter of 2 rabbis, of course, we were extremely proud that that was what she decided to tell in her story. But now that we opened the Ark, because she helped me with something at the Ark yesterday before services, now I know why. Because currently 2 of the Torahs, we don't have the silver on them, right? So 2 of the Torahs in our Ark don't currently have a yod on it. So now I'm even more proud, and I just needed to share that with everyone, that not only did she come up with this story, but it actually had something to do with the Ark here in the synagogue. So funny story to share, because 2 of our Torahs right now have the covers on them, but not the silver. So I thought that was very, very interesting. So Eliana, I know you're not watching this YouTube, but if you were, I'm going to be attempting my best to chant the section that includes the commandments. So we will be beginning at chapter 20. It is a longer section, I'll warn you, than I normally do, but I just felt like I couldn't stop it in the middle. So chapter 20, I'll be beginning at verse 1. Chapter 20 is on page 430. Maybe I'm wrong. Nope, I'm wrong. 441, we've got 1 line, and then it will involve some page turning because of the section we are in. So 441, if you'd like to follow along in the Chumash, in the Maroon Torah commentary. Those of you that were with us at Torah study, heard me mention that there are a few traditions about hearing the 10 Commandments be chanted out loud. One of those is to remain seated, so I invite you to do that. And another is to stand. So I invite you to do whichever you are choosing to do this morning. Just to let you have a knowledgeable choice. One reason about standing comes from the fact that the Israelites, our ancestors, were probably standing, all of us there, at the foot of Mount Sinai when this happened. And then one reason for sitting goes through a few different arguments, but there's a lot of them, and if you have one, I'll invite you to share as well. But one of them also is like, although this is an important moment of Torah, all moments of Torah are important, right? And so they like to argue, those rabbis, back and forth about why we make one moment more important than another moment, and things like that. Do you have any others thoughts? You get to make your own personal decision this morning. Like I said, I am chanting a little bit longer of a section than I always do, though.
And the traditions being the Ashkenazi and the Sephardi.
The argument came from the Sephardi. Is that a nice way to put it? I will say today, it's a hard way for me to answer that question. So like, if I think about the basis of it, the Ashkenazi tradition was to stand, and then the Sephardi tradition came in was to sit. That is not the way it is done today, though. It is kind of done differently. Some synagogues have their own tradition, and then I'm this year going to allow you to have your own tradition. So if you'd like to stand, I invite you to stand. If you'd like to sit, I'll invite you to sit. Completely up to you.
Is it the same as on the last verse of book?
To stand before you do chazak. If there's both, I'd have to do a little.
Doing the last verse.
I'd have to look up to see if the arguments are the same.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah. That ritual might be different. I'd have to look it up. Yeah. So, again, page 441, you may choose to do whatever is comfortable for you. And you are also invited if you'd like to join me in our blessing. Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach. Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah. I just need to do this on the side. Now it's good. Vayedaber Elohim et kol hadvarim ha'ele lemor. Anochi Adonai Elohecha asher hotzeiticha me'eretz Mitzrayim mi beit avadim lo yehiyeh lecha Elohim acherim al panai lo ta'aseh lecha pesel v'chol temunah asher bashamayim mimal ve'asher ba'aretz mitachat ve'asher b'mayim mitachat le'aretz lo tishtacha ve'lahem ve'lo ta'ovdem ki anochi Adonai Elohecha Elkana poked avon avot al banim al shileshim ve'al ribeim lesonai ve'osei chesed le'alafim le'ohavai ulshomrei mitzvotai ve'lo tisa et shem Adonai Elohecha lashav ki lo yinakeh Adonai et asher yisa et shmo lashav zachor et yom hashabbat lekadsho sheshet yamim ta'avor va'asita kol malachtecha v'yom hashvi'i Shabbat l'Adonai Elohecha lo ta'aseh kol malacha ata uvincha uvitecha avdecha ve'amatecha uvhemtecha ve'gercha asher bisharecha ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz et hayam ve'et kol asher bam V'yanach bayom hashvi'i al kein Berach Adonai et Yom HaShabbat vayikadshehu. Kabed et avicha ve'et imecha lema'an ya'arichun yamecha al ha'adama asher Adonai Elohecha noten lach. Lo tirtzach, lo tin'af, lo tignov, lo ta'aneh v'reacha ed shaker. Lo tachmod beit re'echa, lo tachmod eshet re'echa, v'avdo v'amato v'shoro v'chamoro v'chol asher l're'echa. Man, there's too many pauzers in that. Let us join together in our blessing after. I invite you to join with me if you like. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. The pazer is the one that felt like I was doing the word forever. I think there's 3 of them in this section. If you're looking, I think, are the trope marks in this book? Yeah, if you know what the trope marks are, it's above, and it almost looks like a fancy calligraphy M, kind of. That's the pazer. But when they added the trope marks as a way to chant our Torah, it is clear that this is an important section, right? That this has emphasis. Also, though, I imagine when I chant that, there's a little bit of trembling, right? And it's not just because I don't sing, it's also because you're supposed to, right? When you do that pazer. And maybe that's what was happening, right? Is they're standing at the foot of the mountain that they were told they can't touch, and it starts shaking, and there's this great moment, like a Harry Potter film, right, happening when these words are being spoken. So I wonder if it has anything to do with that as well. As we have our Torah out, and we think about how every single one of us was at Sinai, we think about how some were healthy and some were not. So today we think about those who now are not and need prayers of healing. Our Misha Berach prayer of healing can be found on the inside back cover of your maroon chumash or on page 371 in our prayer books. As a community, we think of Joy Lewis, Minna Bat Yentl, Mordechai Ben Dina, Anna Carlo, Judy Roheim, Frida Tamaro Bat Liba Bela, Manucha Pesa Bat Cherny Umoshe, Gretchen Haynes, Ruby Smolinski, Jennifer Casson, Storm Matthews, Terry Stern, Judith Von Brentnell, Kaylee Barron, Zisel Bat Yentl, David Berman, Harvey Schwartzberg, Maxine Cohn, David Leek, Carol Smolinski, Barbara Stockner, Janet Gerwich, Danielle Riker, John Buddy Hury, Laura Swire, Susan Wasserman, Nevin Rose, Edie Bernard, Larry Zachem, Cindy DeMarco, Sheldon Rawson, James Stockner, Vicki Jenkins, and Steve Ginsburg. If there are others you are thinking of in need of healing, if you'd like to share their names aloud, I invite you to do so. those whom we hold in our hearts, and those especially in Israel in need of healing. Let us offer this Mishaberach prayer of healing. Mishaberach Avotenu Mikor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. When we lift the Torah this morning, one of the things you will see is that section that was do not do this, do not do this, do not do this, is laid out in a very special way. So you will definitely see that moment in this section of Torah. And like you've heard me say before, Judaism is a team sport, so I'm going to call up a whole team of people to help us with this today. So Shalom, I'm going to invite you up to lift. I'm also going to invite AJ and Shiloh to join to be the backup dancers. Ready? We're just going to need some help this morning. Thank you, thank you. And I will instruct you on what you're going to do when you are up here as well. We're going to do a little spotting and then a little dressing. Okay, that's what AJ and Shiloh are going to help us with. The words we sing are on page 370. I can take all this stuff from you, and I'm going to invite you to please rise. So you're going to stand behind him, but not in his way. I'm going to do it too. Now, just in case you need me. This side's heavier than good. V'zot haTorah asher sham Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai biyad Moshe. Asher son Moshe, v'zot haTorah. You may be seated. I haven't yet learned how to continue singing while also whispering to make sure everybody's okay up here. If you have invented a way to do that, my only alternative would be to have little cards in my pocket and to pull it out and be like, everything's good. Go get this. Go get this. But I appreciate everyone singing together. Our Haftarah this morning begins on page 452 in our Torah commentary. Joel, will you lead us in Haftarah this morning? Thank you, thank you. I got this one for you. Handing this one to you. Joel will chant Haftarah for us, but we will do our blessings together first. Thank you so much.
$4.52.
452.
$4.52. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar נביאים טובים ורצה לדבריהם הנאמרים באמת. ברוך אתה אדוני הבוחר בתורה ומשה עבדו ובישראל עמו ובנביאי האמת וצדק. בשנת מות המלך עוזיהו וראה את אדוני יושב על כיסא רום ונישא ושוליו מלאים את ההיכל. ישרפים עומדים ממעלו שש כנפיים אחד. בשתיים יכסף עיניו ובשתיים יכסה רגליו ובשתיים ילפה. וקרא זה אל זה ואמר קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות מלך הארץ כבודו. ויפנו עמו הספרים מכל הקורא והבית ימלא עשן. ואומר אוי לי כי נדמתי כי איש טמא שפתיים אנכי ובתוכם טמא שפתיים אנכי יושב. כי את המלך אדוני צבאות ראו עיניי. ויעף אלי אחד מן השרפים ובידו רצפה במלקחיים לקח מהמזבח ויגע על פיו ויאמר הנה נגע זה על שפתיך בסבונך וחטאתך תכופר. ואשמע את קול אדוני אומר את מי אשלח ומי ילך לנו. ואומר הנני שלחני. ויאמר
Shemo Shamoha Ve'atavino Vorora Ve'al Tedahu Ashmeim Leva Hazeh Ve'asnav Hachbei V'cheinav Kol Shaham Ben Yireh V'einav Ve'asnav Yishmam Uvo Yavin Bashal Berafalo Vahomer Hadmotai Adonai Vayomer Adasher Imshahu Arim Men Yosef Uvatim Me'eh Adam V'ha'adama tisha'el shemama V'richach Adonai et Adam V'rabah ha'azuva B'kerev haaretz V'olbaha ha'asiriya V'shava v'hayeta V'va'eh Kahela v'cha'alam Asher b'shalechet Matzevet bam Zerah HaKodesh Matzavta Vayehi Yemei Achaz Ben Yotam Ben Uziyahu Melech Yehuda Ala Ratzim Melech Aram Ufekach Ben Ramlayahu Melech Israel Yerushalayim Lamilchama Alecha V'lo Yachol Lahilachem Alecha Vayugad Lebeit David Lemor Nacharam Al Ephraim Vayanav Levovo Ulvahavamoho Kenoat Seyar Mibnei Ruach Vayomer Adonai El Yeshayahu Sefna Likrad Achaz Ata Ushar Yashuv Binecha El Ketzeh Te'alahat Habrecha Ha'elyona El Masilat Sedei Choves Ve'amarta elav Yishomer v'hashkei Al tira Ulvavcha Al yelach Mishnei Zanvot Haudim Ha'eshenim Ha'ele Bacharav Ratzim Varam Uven Ram Layahu Ephraim uven Ramal Yahul Lemor Naleh Vayehuda Un Kitzenam Balaki Ena Eleinu Velamlich Melech Betocha Et Bento Vahal Ki Yeled Yulad Lanu Ben Netan Lanu V'tahi HaMisra Al Shechmo Vayikra Shemam Pele Yohetz El Gibor Abiyad Sar Shalom V'marpe HaMizrah V'shalom En Ketz Al Kisei David Ve'amamlachta Lechachinota V'sada B'mishpat u'v'tzedaka Ve'ata v'yarolam Ki na'ah Adonai Tzevaot Ta'aseh Zohor Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam tzor ko'omim Tzadik b'kol hadaro Oya ne'eman Omer v'yoseh מדבר ומקיים שכל דבריו אמת בצדק על התורה ויעלו עבודה ויעלו לים והיום השבת הזה שנתת לנו אדוני אלוהינו לתושב ולמנוחה ולכבוד ולתפארת על הכל אדוני אלוהינו אנחנו מודים לך ומברכים אותך יתברך שמך בפיך חי תמיד לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Beautifully, beautifully done. Hopefully you recognized some of the sections in there. It's why I didn't know where to cut it to not do the whole thing. The end is so beautiful. And then, of course, earlier in services, we all said, Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot, right? And it was in this section. Let us return to our prayer book so we can offer prayers for our congregation, our country, and for Israel. Page 376. We join together in a prayer for our congregation at the top. Source of all being, may the children of this community learn these passions from us, love of Torah, devotion in prayer, and support of the needy. May we guide with integrity, and may our leadership be in your service. May those who teach and nourish us be blessed with satisfaction. May we appreciate their time and their devotion. Bless us with the fruits of wisdom and understanding, and may our efforts bring fulfillment and joy. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otecha levadecha b'yirah na'avod. We continue in a prayer for our country with O Guardian. O Guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit. At the bottom of the page, let us offer in English this prayer for Israel. O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy. Amen. Before we return our Torah to the Ark, if you were at Torah study, you heard me mention that today is the day that we celebrate the next month on our calendar. So who knows what month we're beginning? It's kind of a weird and hard answer. Adar 1, so we are in a leap year on the Jewish calendar. So we have 2 months of Adar, which means 2 full months of being commanded to be happy. We celebrate Purim in Adar 2, just so you know. So Purim is not till the end of March, but we start our happiness now. Anybody know which day it begins? This is also why it's a little weird that we announce it today. That was your hint of why it's weird? It's not till Friday, right? So we announce it though because you're supposed to announce it the Shabbat before it happens. So when it happens on Shabbat, you announce it the Shabbat before. So page 379, wishing each other a month full of happiness. Let us announce the Adar. Our God and God of our ancestors, may the new month bring us goodness and blessing. May we have long life, peace, prosperity, a life exalted by love of Torah and reverence for the divine, a life in which the longings of our hearts are fulfilled for good. The new month of Adar Aleph will begin on Friday. Let us now prepare to return our Torah to the Ark, which means we turn in our prayer books to page 374. I'm going to invite Hannah and Leah and AJ and Shiloh to join me back up here to help open and close our Ark. And as they're making their way up here, I invite the congregation to please rise.